I'm a huge fan of Piano Marvel. I feel like it's given me room to actually teach and reach the kids in better ways. It keeps them occupied so that I can, narrow my focus with specific students who need help, and it's just an awesome way to keep them motivated. Great, thank you. How are you?
Doing well. My name is Heidi here at Piano Marvel, and I'm so excited to meet you. Aaron actually recommended me to you, and he said you really need to interview this guy. He's done a lot of amazing things with Piano Marvel, and you've managed to produce, fundraise money so that you could build a lab for your students. We want to hear a little bit about that.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited about it. When COVID hit, our music programs took a dip in enrollment. Plus, we had a new middle school open up that borders ours, so it took some of our kids. But it was a difficult year for us just because, like in choir, which is what I teach, we weren't allowed to sing, and the orchestra was really the only ones that could continue on with their craft. The band even had a difficult time. They had to switch to full-on percussion. So we went into ukulele playing, even though the kids were expecting to sing. So we were trying to find ways to involve more kids in our music program as we tried to rebuild post-pandemic. And so I offered a piano class idea, but we had no pianos. I threw it out to my administration and said, I'll find them. Something will happen. And they trusted that would happen. And let me go ahead with it. And we had a full class of about 34 kids sign up. Wow. And I went onto Facebook, usually mom groups was where I was most successful, asking the public to donate any unused keyboards to our program. And in the end, we received about 45 keyboards, so enough for the kids.
That's great.
They were all some of them were good quality, but most were not. Some were definitely discarded keyboards. So it was a rough go the first year. It worked. The kids made progress, but it put me into action to start asking donors for grants and for other money. And we were able to get about $30,000 to supply ourselves with a full Yamaha keyboard lab with weighted keys and the full 88 and benches. And of course, the communication system where I can control their pianos from a lab equipment. Anyway, it's just a game changer. And then we introduced Piano Marvel, and that has been awesome for these kids.
That's so cool. I bet they really appreciated those nice new Yamaha keyboards after using those used, discarded keyboards at first.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. I think that's a good lesson for them. Probably they appreciated them more than they would have.
Yeah, and now what's nice is we have these donated keyboards that we can now lend out to the kids who don't have a piano at home, so they can use the cheaper keyboard to get by to practice at home.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's cool. So do a lot of kids take them home to practice?
I had this year probably maybe 6 who checked them out. But about half the kids enrolled in my class this year have a keyboard at home already.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So we want to hear a little bit about how your students picked up Piano Marvel and started using it. Was it kind of a learning curve for them, or did they jump in and enjoy it from the get-go? How did that work for you guys?
Small learning curve. It was very easy for them to pick up and go. It was a learning curve for me as well. I had heard from a colleague that teaches piano in Las Vegas, and she just praised Piano Marvel continuously. And I didn't know this colleague too well. Actually, she's a mutual colleague of a friend of mine. And she just told me how her piano journey started, and it was very similar to mine, where we're trying to find method books for these kids. We're trying to keep them all on the same level. Some kids, of course, we're going way too fast for. Some kids just are ready to just dart and move forward. And then it was hard for us to get around to meet all the kids. The classes were too large for us to fill their individual needs, to keep them on task. And so she just said it changed for her quite a bit. And it has almost put us in the role as coaches rather than teachers alone, which has been great because Piano Marvel is really intuitive and the kids can move forward at their own pace. I think that's the thing I like the most is many of the kids who enrolled in the class I've known from prior classes. And, I know that their learning styles are very different. And what's great about Piano Marvel is they truly can work at their own pace. I have some kids who've made it nearly to level 3 during the first quarter of the school year, and some who are still on, levels 1A and 1B. But I'm seeing progress. I'm seeing their scores change. I'm seeing them work. I'm seeing their technique change. And it's at a pace that works for them. And even though I personally wish, sometimes they'd pick up the pace, I do feel like that's what's nice about Piano Marvel is they really can, digest the information and build the technique as they go, and it fits their learning style.
Yeah, that's great. We're so glad to hear that because that's really what it was developed for. So you guys competed in a few of our challenges, didn't you?
We did the September lesson challenge. We did.
How did that go?
I thought it went great. I don't remember where we ended up. I want to say we were around 15th place is where we held on to for quite some time.
That's what I was going to say.
We picked a person who seemed to be neck and neck with us all the time, and we don't know the person's name. It was just a dot, so we named her Dottie.
There you go.
Could have been
I love it.
I don't know. But we said we would open it up at the beginning of class and say, okay, our goal today is to beat Dottie. We have to do 200
That's
lessons.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. That's a huge feat. And we love that you did that. We hope that that's what individuals and studios do with these challenges, that you don't have to compete for first place, right? Because not everybody can be at first place. But that is perfect that you picked somebody that was right around you, maybe a little ahead of you, so you could compete and really push yourself just by, some friendly competition with that one studio. So good job. Is there anything that you would like us to know about your journey or your students and the things that they've learned that we haven't already talked about?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Piano Marvel. I feel like it's given me room to actually teach and reach the kids in better ways. It keeps them occupied so that I can, narrow my focus with specific students who need help, and it's just an awesome way to keep them motivated. They love the library. Anytime I let them explore the library, they're just excited to find all these songs that interest them.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you. You say you're a big fan of Piano Marvel. Well, we are big fans of you and your students and all of our teachers, all of our Piano Marvel family. You guys really mean the world to us, and we're so excited when we hear that Piano Marvel is doing what it was meant to do, and just helping in education and hopefully fulfilling people's dreams of learning how to play the piano.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But thank you for everything you do, because those kids would not know about this without you. They wouldn't have this opportunity. And for you to go out and earn the money, basically, or to really try to find the money that it took to set up your lab, and everything that you've done is a labor of love. And those kids know that you put that effort out there for them. So good job. And thank you for your example and for sharing with us how you accomplished what you accomplished. I think that you'll inspire a lot of others.
Thanks. I hope so. Whenever I walk into the lab, I'm proud of where it's come in just a short time, and I'm very excited.
You should be. Well, we're excited for you. Hopefully you can keep the energy up and the kids can remain excited. We'll keep giving them more challenges, and we're just excited for you guys and excited to see where you go.
Thank you.
Thanks for meeting with me today.
You bet. Thank you.